We have the second scenario about non-government organization or NGO.
Eric, you want to do this?
Yeah, sure. Non-governmental organization asked for a presentation. And this is from experience of mine. A local community organization sends us a letter to present NA to their community at a public event. Other 12-step organizations are included in this invitation, as are health and wellness organizations such as treatment and therapeutic centers. We will be presenting our message to a single audience. Only one organization will present at a time. We are allowed a half an hour to present our message to this community. Do we accept the invitation? Do we decline? Why? Do we have the resources to do the event? Are volunteers, literature, and funding available? Are we going to be confused with other 12-step organizations or treatment facilities? What else can we do in response to this request? I'll tell you what happened here in Hawaii. One of our communities was having a large amount of criminal activity, and a lot of it was being blamed on drug addiction. And so this organization was, what this organization's intent was to share their the information, just share it with members of the community on what kind of resources they could have available to them. So we asked about it, we inquired, and we decided to go to the event because we didn't think that we would be confused with other people, because we would be presenting, they would be presenting, they would be presenting. So it wasn't like there was a big banner over the stage. It was just us sharing about us. So we brought a couple of people, we shared a little bit about a person's individual recovery, and we shared our literature. Did I see a hand up?
Yes, there was, but he put it down.
So our PR committee decided to do the event. We felt that it was a good place to put our name out there. We didn't see it as being confusing. We had the people to do it, people who lived in the community, actually. We tried to keep it, male, female, older, younger people. Somebody's talking.
One of our Iranian member wants to share. صداتون رو نداریم. اوکی بله بفرمایید. سلام. آقا داود فقط همون دو جمله یا تک جمله دو جمله بگید.
بله. سلام، داوود معتاد.
Hello, my name is Dawood and I am an addict.
ما باید خیلی جدی درخواستایی که از ما میشه رو دنبال کنیم و هیچ فرصتی رو برای اطلاع رسانی از دست ندیم.
We should really seriously follow and every request that we actually receive, and we should not miss and lost any request that we were asked about.
چون معتادا اگه از ما و در مورد ما چیزی ندونن به دنبال ما نخواهند اومد.
If the addicts don't know anything about us and don't be aware about us, they never follow us. They don't actually follow us. They don't continue our way. بله؟
از اون مهمتر اگر کسایی که با معتادا سر کار دارن از ما بی اطلاع باشن، نمیتونن معتادا رو به طرف ما بفرستن.
The other important thing is that those people who are dealing with the addicts, that if they don't know anything about us, about Narcotics Anonymous, they they can't actually convey and actually send, convey the addicts to the Narcotics Anonymous. So they should be aware about the Narcotics Anonymous. He means doctors, he means the institution or something like that. Vale?
پس در این صورت ما مثل یک واحد نظامی باید از لحاظ لوجستیکی آماده باشیم برای اینکه از ما درخواست شد بلافاصله ما بریم برای اطلاع رسانی.
So we as a military service should be actually totally ready as a logistic and so on, unit and section in order to be ready immediately in order to serve to those parts in order as a PR service to those parts if we were asked to do the service, to do the PR service.
نیروی آموزش داده انسانی تو اولویت پشتوانه‌های حمایتی ما باید قرار بگیره.
یه مقدار ساده تر میگید آقا بی زحمت؟
بله، نیروی انسانی آموزش دیده‌ای که در اون کمیته‌ای ما آموزششون میدیم تو مرحله اول اطلاع رسانی باید قرار بگیرن.
In our primary actually how to say in our سعید جان اولویت سعید خسروی اولویت سعید میتونی میکروفون تو باز کنی؟ اولویت رو من فراموش کردم. In our first thing that we have to pay attention to keep in mind is in our that have our volunteers in order to send to those places in order to serve our PR service, have those volunteers to do the service, to do the PR services.
Yeah.
Vale?
Okay. All right, thank you.
درخواست منابع مالی در از سطح خدماتی از اون سطح خدماتی باید پیش از اطلاع رسانی پیش بینی شده باشه.
We have to predict.
گرفته بشه.
We have to predict and get the funding and the resources from our layer structure, like our area and regional structure, in order to do the PR service about those events that we are going to do. We have to predict.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Saeed, are you here?
From my experience, we should accept these invitations because it's a great opportunities for us. But I agree with who was the first one who answered the questions from South Africa. She was saying about we set the ground rule first with them about what we can do and what we cannot do. So for instance, we once been invited to have a PR presentations and HNI presentations in one of the prisons in Jakarta, and we did. After the presentations, we also do some HNI, which is the result was amazing, if I may say. Did I speak too fast?
A little, say a little. Sorry.
A little. Sorry,
Mesam is
Mesam.
speaking so slowly that he's at a stop.
No, 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 no. The way that would be a little, you know, easier and, you know, for us
Yes, yes.
is
Yeah,
we.
okay.
Sorry, please,
Yes.
please let me
Please,
to explain.
Said, go
We
ahead.
asked, no, please, Amita, let me. We asked our guys to speak 3 sentences, 2 or 3 sentences, and have a pause. It would be more easier for us.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So from my perspective, if there is an NGO with a single participations who ask of our presentations, yes, we definitely have to come and present the informations about NA to them.
Yeah, thanks. Simon, you can yeah, please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Here it's very early. I think there it's not so early.
Nope.
My name is Simon. I'm an addict.
Hey, Simon.
I am the PR trainer for the UK region. I am like Eric. I have been doing PR since the beginning of time. The beginning of my time, anyway. I think this is a very good question. And I'm not certain that it is a good idea to take on requests from other organizations. That there is not an organization, a school, an NGO, a government department who will ever present a pro-drug presentation. Every presentation is an anti-drug presentation. Everyone is against drugs, everyone. And I think that if we are invited by an organization, it really shows their interest in us. I think it is an opportunity for us to say to them, we would like to present to you, to your organization, perhaps not at an event with you know, other 12-step organizations, with other organizations, because I have presented next to AA, and if we like it or don't like it, there will always be a kind of competition and confusion. We are similar but not the same. For me, the interest of an organization in us means an opportunity for us to present to them. We don't present to schools. It is a very low priority for us. It needs also, I think, to be said that at area level, in PI or PR committees, there are many volunteers, and often school presentations happen because people want to do something. You know, our volunteers want to do. My experience is the same as yours. Older people who are old style, hope to die junkies, going to speak to 15-year-olds about drugs only makes them interested in drugs. I think it is entirely counterproductive. I think almost every situation where we are not presenting to potential members, you know, to addicts, we must be really clear about the boundaries in which we speak. You know, it must be absolutely clear that we do not speak about addiction. We don't speak about drugs. We don't speak about addiction. We speak about recovery from addiction. That's it. That's it. And if we are able to do that, then it's great. If we are enclosed in an agenda that is not this, it's problematic for us. And we will always push against our traditions. So for me, being in control of our environment when we speak is really the most important thing. So, and the best way for us to be in control of our environment is if it is our presentation. So we are inviting, we are organizing, we are presenting. When we attend the presentations of others, there will always be an implied affiliation, always. It's not possible to avoid this. So there is a balance to find, and this is for the committee to decide, is the benefit greater than the cost? And sometimes it is not. For me, in schools, it is not. The cost is greater. At an NGO, it is possible the benefit is greater. I can only speak from the perspective of England, the UK, and it is always so interesting for me to see that, you know, other countries and other cultures have a very different view, focus. You know, NA is very well known in England professionally. It's just not very liked professionally. They don't like us. They cannot control us. They cannot get us to agree that drugs are bad. They cannot get us to say, just say no. Because we couldn't just say no. That's the whole point. So I think that engaging with other organizations on their platforms will always create problems, always. I don't think it always means no, but I think we must tread very carefully when we engage with other organizations and their agendas. Thank you very much for letting me share.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. Very succinct. Very good. Thank you.